What is the normal range for adult blood pressure? 90 by 60, 120 by 80, 140 by 90, or 160 by 100? The correct answer is B, that is 120 by 80 mmHg. The normal blood pressure range for adults is 120 by 80 mmHg. This is considered the standard for healthy adults, with 120 representing systolic pressure and 80 representing diastolic pressure. Question number 2. What is the primary function of hemoglobin in the blood? Your options are to fight infections, to carry oxygen, to clot blood, or to transport nutrients. The correct answer is B, that is hemoglobin is a protein in red blood cells responsible for carrying oxygen from the lungs to the rest of the body and returning carbon dioxide from the tissues to the lungs. Question number 3. What does PRN stand for in medical terms? Your options are as needed, daily, before meals, or every hour. The correct answer is A, that is as needed. PRN stands for pro re nata, which is a Latin phrase meaning as needed. It indicates that medication or treatment is given as the situation requires. Question number 4. What is the main purpose of the Glasgow Coma Scale? The options are to measure pain levels, to assess neurological function, to determine blood glucose level, or to evaluate respiratory function. The correct answer is B, that is to assess neurological functions. The Glasgow Coma Scale is used to assess a patient's level of consciousness and neurological functioning, particularly after head injuries. Question number 5. Which of the following is a common symptom of hypoglycemia? Options are weight gain, bradycardia, tremors, or hyperactivity. And the correct answer is C, that is tremors. Hypoglycemia or low blood sugar often causes symptoms like tremors, sweating, confusion, and dizziness due to inadequate glucose supply to the brain. Question number 6. Dear friends, welcome back to Dear Competitive Exam YouTube channel. Today, you are attending 100 most repeated and most important question answer session based on Model Questions for Nursing Exams 2024. And this is the part 1 of this 100 question series. So do watch this video completely to make yourself more fit. So get ready to challenge yourself. And friends, if this video is helping you, then make sure to hit that subscribe button below. Your support means world to us. So don't miss out. Hit subscribe now and let's keep the journey going together. Question number 6. What is the term for inflammation of the liver? Your options are hepatitis, nephritis, gastritis, or dermatitis. The correct answer is A, that is hepatitis. Hepatitis refers to inflammation of the liver, which can be caused by viruses, alcohol use, toxins, medications, and certain medical conditions. Question number 7. Which electrolyte imbalance is indicated by muscle weakness, cramps, and cardiac arrhythmias? Your options are hyperkalemia, hypernatremia, hypokalemia, or hyponatremia. The correct answer is C, that is hypokalemia. Hypokalemia or low potassium levels can cause muscle weakness, cramps, and cardiac arrhythmias due to potassium's crucial role in muscle function and electrical activity in the heart. Question number 8. What does BMI stand for? The options are body mass index, blood mass index, body measurement index, or blood measurement index. The correct answer is A, that is body mass index. BMI or body mass index is a measure that uses height and weight to estimate body fat. It helps in assessing whether a person is underweight, normal weight, overweight, or obese. Question number 9. What is the primary function of the kidneys? The options are to digest food, to produce hormones, to filter blood and produce urine, or to control movement. The correct answer is C, that is to filter blood and produce urine. The kidneys filter waste products and excess substances from the blood to form urine, helping to regulate fluid balance and electrolytes and remove toxins. Question number 10. What does ECG stand for? The options are electrocardiogram, echocardiogram, electroencephalogram, or electromyogram. The correct answer is A, that is electrocardiogram. An electrocardiogram ECG or EKG records the electrical activity of the heart and is used to detect heart problems and monitor the heart's condition. Question number 11. Which type of diabetes is characterized by insulin resistance? The options are type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes, gestational diabetes, or pre-diabetes. The correct answer is B, that is type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is characterized by insulin resistance, where the body's cells do not respond effectively to insulin, often associated with obesity and lifestyle factors. Question number 12. Which medication is commonly used to manage hypertension? The options are insulin, albuterol, lisinopril, or metformin. The correct answer is C, that is lisinopril. Lisinopril. Lisinopril is an ACE inhibitor commonly used to treat high blood pressure by relaxing blood vessels, which lowers blood pressure and improves blood flow. Question number 13. What is the medical term for high cholesterol levels in the blood? The options are hyperglycemia, hyperlipidemia, hypertension, or hypoglycemia. The correct answer is B, that is hyperlipidemia. Hyperlipidemia refers to high levels of lipids, fats, including cholesterol in the blood, which can increase the risk of cardiovascular diseases. Question number 14. What is the normal range for fasting blood glucose levels? The options are 40 to 70, 70 to 100, 100 to 130, 100 to 130, or 130 to 160. The correct answer is B, that is 70 to 100 mg/dl. The normal range for fasting blood glucose levels in adults is 70 to 100 mg/dl. Levels above this range may indicate diabetes or pre-diabetes. Question number 15. Which condition is characterized by chronic inflammation of the airways causing difficulty in breathing? The options are pneumonia, asthma, tuberculosis, or bronchitis. The correct answer is B, that is asthma. Asthma is a chronic condition characterized by inflammation and narrowing of the airways, leading to episodes of wheezing, shortness of breath, and coughing. Question number 16. What is the primary function of platelets in the blood? The options are to fight infections, to carry oxygen, to clot blood, or to transport hormones. The correct answer is C, that is to clot blood. Platelets are small cell fragments in the blood that play a crucial role in clotting. They gather at the site of an injury, stick together, and form a clot to stop bleeding. Question number 17. What does the abbreviation SOB stand for in medical terminology? The options are shortness of breath, side of bed, short of breath, or source of bleeding. The correct answer is option number. The correct answer is A, that is shortness of breath. SOB stands for shortness of breath, a common symptom that can be associated with various respiratory and cardiac conditions. Question number 18. What is the main side effect of opioid analgesics? The options are hypertension, diarrhea, constipation, or tachycardia. The correct answer is C, that is constipation. The opioid analgesics commonly cause constipation due to their action on the gastrointestinal tract, slowing down bowel movements. Question number 19. Which vitamin is essential for calcium absorption in the body? The options are vitamin A, vitamin B12, vitamin C, or vitamin D. The correct answer is D, that is vitamin D. Vitamin D is essential for calcium absorption in the intestines, which is crucial for maintaining healthy bones and teeth. Question number 20. What is the primary purpose of an incentive spirometer? The options are to measure blood pressure, to administer medications, to encourage deep breathing, or to monitor heart rate. The correct answer is C, that is to encourage deep breathing. An incentive spirometer is a device that encourages patients to take deep breaths, which helps preventing lung complications such as atelectasis, particularly after surgery. Question number 21. Which of the following is a common symptom of left-sided heart failure? The options are peripheral edema, jugular venous distension, pulmonary congestion, or hepatomegaly. The correct answer is C, that is pulmonary congestion. Left-sided heart failure commonly leads to pulmonary congestion because the left ventricle cannot pump blood effectively, causing fluid to back up into the lungs. Question number 22. What does the term febrile refer to? Options are low blood pressure, rapid heartbeat, fever, or shortness of breath. The correct answer is C, that is fever. The term febrile refers to the presence of a fever, indicating an elevated body temperature, often due to infection or inflammation. Question number 23. Which condition is indicated by a butterfly rash on the face? The options are psoriasis, systemic lupus erythematosus, eczema, rosacea. The correct answer is B, that is systemic lupus erythematosus. A butterfly rash across the cheeks and nose is a characteristic sign of SLE, an autoimmune disease. Question number 24. What is the term for low oxygen levels in the blood? Options are hypoxemia, hypocapnia, or hypermia. The correct answer is A, that is hypoxemia. Hypoxemia refers to low oxygen levels in the blood, which can result from respiratory or cardiovascular condition affecting oxygen exchange. Question number 25. What is the primary purpose of the Braden scale? Your options are to assess risk for pressure ulcers, to evaluate cognitive function, to measure pain intensity, or to monitor blood glucose levels. The correct answer is A, that is to assess risk for pressure ulcers. The Braden scale is a tool used to assess the patient risk for developing pressure ulcers, bed sores, based on the factors such as mobility, activity level, moisture, nutrition, and sensory perception. It helps to healthcare providers to implement preventive measures for at-risk patients. Question number 26. Which of the following is an appropriate nursing intervention for a patient experiencing dyspnea? Your options are encouraging deep breathing exercise, administering a sedative medication, applying a heat pad to the chest, or encouraging the patient to lie flat. The correct answer is A, that is encouraging deep breathing exercises. Encouraging deep breathing exercises can help alleviate dyspnea, difficulty breathing, by promoting lung expansion, improving oxygenation, and reducing anxiety. Other intervention may include positioning for optimal respiratory mechanics and providing supplemental oxygen as needed. Question number 27. What is the primary purpose of the Glasgow Coma Scale, GCS? The options are to assess motor function, to evaluate cognitive function, to measure neurological status, or to monitor vital signs. The correct answer is C, that is to measure neurological status. The Glasgow Coma Scale, GCS, is a neurological assessment tool used to evaluate a patient's level of consciousness based on eye-opening, verbal response, and motor response. It is commonly used in patients with head injuries or altered mental status. Which of the following is a symptom of hyperglycemia in diabetes mellitus? Your options are excessive thirst, bradycardia, hypotension, or confusion. Correct answer is A, that is excessive thirst. Hyperglycemia or high blood sugar can cause symptoms such as excessive thirst, frequent urinations, fatigue, and blurred vision. It is important for patients with diabetes to monitor their blood sugar level and manage hyperglycemia to prevent complications. Question number 29. What is the recommended position for a patient experiencing a seizure? Your options are prone position with head turned to the side, supine position with head elevated, side lying position with head and neck supported, or sitting upright with legs elevated. Correct answer is C, that is side lying position with head and neck supported. The side lying position with the head and neck supported is recommended for a patient experiencing a seizure to prevent injury, to maintain airway patency, and to facilitate drainage or oral secretions. This position helps to protect the patient from aspiration and trauma. Question number 30. Which of the following is a common symptom of hypothyroidism? The options are weight loss, tachycardia, cold intolerance, or diaphoresis. The correct answer is C, that is cold intolerance. The cold intolerance is a common symptom of hypothyroidism, a condition characterized by low thyroid hormone levels. Other symptoms may include fatigue, weight gain, dry skin, constipation, and depression. Question number 31. What is the primary purpose of incentive spirometry? The options are to promote deep breathing, to measure oxygen saturation, to assess lung compliance, or to administer bronchodilator medication? The correct answer is A, that is to promote deep breathing. Incentive spirometry is a respiratory therapy technique used to encourage deep breathing and to improve lung function after surgery in patients with respiratory conditions. It helps to prevent atelectasis and promotes optimal lung expansion. Question number 32. Which of the following is a symptom of fluid overload? Your options are hypotension, tachycardia, decreased urine output, or dry mucus. The correct answer is B, that is tachycardia. Tachycardia or rapid heart rate is a common symptom of fluid overload due to the increased volume of blood circulating in the body. Other symptoms may include hypertension, edema, shortness of breathing, and increased respiratory rate. Question number 33. What is the primary purpose of a tracheostomy tube? Your options are to deliver supplemental oxygen, to provide mechanical ventilation, to bypass an obstructed upper airway, or to administer eternal feedings. The correct answer is C, that is to bypass an obstructed upper airway. The tracheostomy tube is inserted into the trachea to bypass an obstructed upper airway, to facilitate breathing and to provide an alternative route for mechanical ventilation if necessary. It may also be used to suction respiratory secretions and assist with vening and mechanical ventilation. Question number 34. Which of the following is an appropriate nursing intervention for a patient with a fever? Your options are applying cold packs to the axillae, encouraging increased physical activity, administering antipyretic medication, or providing a warm bath. The correct answer is C, that is administering antipyretic medication. Administering antipyretic medication such as acetaminophen or ibuprofen is an appropriate nursing intervention for a patient with a fever to reduce temperature and alleviate discomfort. Other intervention may include promoting adequate hydration and rest. Question number 35. Which of the following laboratory values is indicative of hypokalemia? Your options are elevated serum potassium levels, decreased serum sodium levels, elevated serum calcium levels, or decreased serum potassium levels. The correct answer is D, that is decreased serum potassium levels. The hypokalemia is characterized by a decreased serum potassium levels and can lead to symptoms such as muscle weakness, cardiac dysrhythmias, and fatigue. It may be caused by factors such as diuretic use, vomiting, or diarrhea. Question number 36. What is the primary purpose of the RACE acronym in fire safety? Your options are remove patients from danger, activate the fire alarm, extinguish the fire, or confine the fire. The correct answer is D, that is confine the fire. The RACE acronym stands for Rescue, Alarm, Confine, and Extinguish or Evacuate, which are sequential steps to follow the event of a fire. Confine refers to containing the fire by closing doors and windows to prevent its spread. Question number 37. Which of the following is a common complication of peripheral intravenous IV therapy? The options are hypoglycemia, phlebitis, hypertension, or bradycardia. The correct answer is B, that is phlebitis. The phlebitis, inflammation of the vein, is a common complication of peripheral IV therapy and may present with symptoms such as pain, redness, swelling, and warmth along the vein. Proper insertion technique, site rotation, and catheter care can help to prevent phlebitis. Question number 38. What is the primary purpose of nasogastric NG tube? Your options are to administer internal feedings, to monitor intracranial pressure, to provide supplemental oxygen, or to drain cerebrospinal fluid. Correct answer is A, that is to administer internal feedings. The nasogastric NG tube is inserted through the nose and into the stomach to provide internal nutrition, administer medications, decompress the stomach, or to remove gastric contents. It is commonly used in patients who are unable to tolerate oral intake or require nutritional support. Question number 39. Which of the following is a potential complication of immobility in hospitalized patients? Your options are decreased risk of pressure ulcers, increased risk of deep vein thrombosis, increased muscle strength, or improved respiratory function. The correct answer is B, that is increased risk of deep vein thrombosis. The prolonged immobility increases the risk of deep vein thrombosis, DVT, a blood clot that forms in deep vein, typically in the lower extremities. Other complication of immobility may include pressure ulcers, muscle weakness, and respiratory complication. Question number 40. What is the primary purpose of the Bishop score in obstetrics? Your options are assessing fetal heart rate, evaluating the readiness of cervix for labor induction, monitoring amniotic fluid levels, or measuring maternal blood pressure. The correct answer is B, that is evaluating the readiness of the cervix for labor induction. The Bishop score is used to assess the cervix's readiness for labor induction by considering factors such as cervical dilation, effacement, and fetal station. Question number 41. What is the purpose of a Foley catheter? The options are to monitor cardiac output, to administer intravenous medication, to drain urine from the bladder, or to measure intracranial pressure. And the correct answer is C, that is to drain urine from the bladder. The Foley catheter is a flexible tube inserted into the bladder to drain urine. It is commonly used in patients who are unable to urinate on their own due to surgery, injury, or certain medical conditions. Question number 42. Which of the following is not a function of the endocrine system? The options are regulation of metabolism, regulation of blood sugar levels, coordination of voluntary movements, or regulation of growth and development. The correct answer is C, that is coordination of voluntary movements. The endocrine system regulates metabolism, blood sugar levels, growth and development, and the various other physiological processes through the secretion of hormones, but it is not directly involved in coordinating voluntary movements. Question number 43. Which class of antibodies is the most abundant in the bloodstream of human immune system? The options are IgA, IgD, IgG, or IgE. And the correct answer is C, that is IgG. IgG antibodies are the most abundant class of antibodies in the bloodstream, providing long-term immunity against a wide range of pathogens and toxins. Question number 44. Which of the following is not a part of the respiratory system? The options are lungs, trachea, esophagus, or bronchi. The correct answer is C, that is esophagus. The respiratory system consists of organs involved in the breathing such as the lungs, trachea, bronchi, and diaphragm. But it does not include the esophagus, which is a part of digestive system. Question number 45. Which cells are involved in the clearance of immune complexes and dead cells in the human immune system? The options are macrophages, neutrophils, dendritic cells, or mast cells. The correct answer is A, that is macrophages. Macrophages play a central role in phagocytosis and the clearance of immune complexes, apoptotic cell, and cellular debris, contributing to tissue hemostasis and resolution of inflammation. Question number 46. Which structure produces bile to aid in the digestion? The options are liver, stomach, gallbladder, or pancreas. The correct answer is A, that is liver. The liver produces bile, a greenish yellow fluid that aids in the digestion and absorption of the fats in the small intestine. Question number 47. What is the primary function of white blood cells, WBCs, in the human body? The options are transportation of oxygen, defense against infections, blood clotting, or nutrient absorption. The correct answer is B, that is defense against infections. White blood cells play a crucial role in the immune system, defending the body against pathogens such as bacteria, viruses, and other foreign invaders. Question number 48. What is the primary cause of gastroesophageal reflux disease, which is known as GERD? The options are excessive stomach acid, bacterial infection, viral infection, or autoimmune reaction. The correct answer is A, that is excessive stomach acid. GERD, which stands for gastroesophageal reflux disease, is often caused by the backflow of stomach acid into the esophagus, leading to symptoms like heartburn. Question number 48. What is the function of the pancreas in digestion? The options: producing insulin, producing bile, producing digestive enzymes, or storing nutrients. The right answer is producing digestive enzymes. The pancreas produces digestive enzymes that includes amylase, lipase, and proteases, which aid in the digestion of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Question number 49. What is the primary purpose of the Glasgow Coma Scale, GCS? The options are to assess motor function, to evaluate cognitive function, to measure neurological status, or to monitor vital signs. The correct answer is C, that is to measure neurological status. The Glasgow Coma Scale, GCS, is a neurological assessment tool used to evaluate a patient's level of consciousness based on eye-opening, verbal response, and motor response. It is commonly used in patients with head injuries or altered mental status. Question number 50. Which class of antibodies is the most abundant in the bloodstream of human immune system? The options are IgA, IgD, IgG, or IgE. And the correct answer is C, that is IgG. IgG antibodies are the most abundant class of antibodies in the bloodstream, providing long-term immunity against a wide range of pathogens and toxins. Friends, it's a time to comment your score. And friends, thanks for joining us and learn something new. Then give us a thumbs up and let us know in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our upcoming exploration of fascinating topics in the medical field. Until the next time, stay curious, stay healthy. See you.